Hey, what's up everyone? DREAGEN back again with another issue of the Kaiju commentary. Today we are watching Kaiju Cinema's Salute to Motion Sickness, 2008 Cloverfield. Now, when you see the start of the Paramount logo kind of appearing on your screen, that is your cue to start listening to us. So we're going to kick things off in 3, 2, 1. Hello! Welcome to another edition of the Kaiju commentary. Today we are watching the do-it-yourself Kaiju film, Cloverfield. If you ever wanted to know how you do that, it's very simple. You put on a Godzilla movie, hold your mobile phone in front of it, and then shake it a lot, and there's Cloverfield. As I'm sure you're probably gleaning from this, I have mixed feelings about this movie.
I don't know what's so funny.
Apparently, my shit's on point tonight.
There's just the
I
joke
have
man
very
today,
little
apparently.
sleep, so it doesn't take a lot once I get going.
Well, that's good.
I'm sorry.
I was really going to have to make an effort tonight. Shit. Okay, well,
Some of us have lost our minds. But
Okay.
yeah.
I'm
It's all
ready.
good.
But yeah, no, so,
This is just how I love my movies to start.
So yeah, this is kind of back in the early days of found footage movies, essentially. Okay, and I will give credit where it's due. In terms of a found footage movie, this is one of the better ones. But my ultimate gripe, and I'm not going to bitch and moan through the whole movie, so I'm just going to get it out there now. I think it's a cool concept for a movie. I like what's going on. But for me, kaiju films are not meant to be seen on, cell phones. A kaiju film is spectacle by design, and I like these films to be shown in grand fashion. So if you're going to do like a shaky cam found footage movie, I don't think a kaiju film is the vehicle to do that with. So it's more or less just the
So
approach.
it's literally, I haven't seen this. It's literally made this the entire movie.
Yeah.
Wait,
the
so like,
entire
so
movie.
Yeah.
so what is the reason for this guy having a camera on right now?
Well,
Is he like a film student or something?
no, a lot of this is going to be a camera. I think some of it's going to be like a cell phone. Basically, it's going to be
So
a...
it's going to follow multiple people.
Yeah, but
group of
nothing's
people.
happening right now.
You'll find out.
Yeah. I mean,
Just
I
it's...
don't wake up in the morning at 6 o'clock in the morning and turn
Yeah.
on my camera. Why? What? He
I
has
mean-
to be working on a project of some
Well,
sort.
he's like
That's
planning
just a creep.
planning a party basically for his friend. So basically,
It's like a going away party.
yeah, it makes sense why they would have it. So I'm not even questioning the logic behind it. I'm just questioning more as the logic of making a kaiju movie this way.
I mean, they
You're
could
gonna
have
have
done it a little
camera
differently.
Out, learn how to hold it properly.
Well, that's just
Is she dead?
She just completely died.
that's just rude.
I say like,
I would be so pissed.
But see how she's being all kind of sweet about it? Like, oh no, stop. No, like any woman you do this, she's gonna get backhanded for
that's
this.
because nobody looks like that when they wake up. She's just had makeup done for her by professionals. When we wake up, we have like mascara smudges and disastered hair.
It's funny. There's actually a lot of people who really like this movie, and actually a lot of kaiju films who are kaiju film fans. Haha! Failure caught on camera. No, a lot of kaiju fans who actually really like this movie, but I always find it kind of interesting because a lot of people gave Godzilla 2014 shit because they would cut away a lot from the monster fights to keep you kind of suspensed. Yet this whole movie is literally just that cutting away because it's when the monster starts happening, they run away because now your cameraman is the person on the ground
running away from the monster.
running away. So it's like, yeah, they're not staying on the monster action because they're booking ass. So. And people think, oh, this is really...
And it's a really
just
cool
a
monster.
clever way to not have to pay for
Which is exactly what this is.
I don't get motion sickness, but like, goddamn, I've
Yeah.
people that
How do you walk that bad?
I know.
But again, it's one of those things where it's like, I get it, if you maybe you didn't have the right budget, but if you can't do a certain movie the way it's meant to be done, then just don't do it.
When was this
Like,
made? Well,
2008.
GoPro's a thing. They should just gave the guy a GoPro if he wanted to record all the time.
They weren't that popular in 2008.
I know J.J. Abrams produced this film.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
But apparently, from what I read, I mean, again, this is just what I read, so I mean, it could be wrong, I don't know. But what I read was that he was in Japan for like a business trip, and he was just so surprised by how loved Godzilla was over there. I'm like, well, if there was ever any place in the world you shouldn't be surprised by that. But anyway, but so he says, oh, it'd be great if we make our own kind of Godzilla-like movie. And I'm like, okay, I'm with you so far. But then why do you, like, if you watch the Godzilla movies and then you're like, I want to make a movie like that, it's like, I think you're stripping the genre down to too basic of a thing. Like, okay, it just needs to have a giant monster, that's it. Well, yes, that's important for a kaiju film, but there's also kind of certain visual quotas I feel you kind of have to meet in these movies. And again, filming it this way, I don't know. And again, this is all just my opinion, by the way.
Hey, that guy.
That guy, I know, I've seen him other stuff too. But yeah, no, so that's
he
just
in?
my thing. So
What? He's in Silicon Valley and Deadpool. Those are the two biggest things I know him from.
Close your mouth, bro.
oh yeah, that's in Deadpool. That's what's his face, like Deadpool's kind of booky
Yeah.
guy. Crap. I
Oh,
can't.
basically
basically, shit,
names
that's
him.
the same guy.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
else
yeah.
is he in
Damn.
that's older than those? What else
The
is
biggest thing I know him from is Silicon Valley.
But yeah, no. So that's my only thing with the
I know
movie.
he is.
I'm not going to spend the whole time bitching about that. It is a found footage movie, so I'm going to just look beyond that and just judge the movie for kind of what it is. Again, it's not a terrible movie, and if you're going to watch a found footage movie, I do think it's, it's more interesting to me than some like Paranormal Activity where you literally just have a camera on a table staring at nothing for like 5 minutes. There is stuff actually happening in this movie, so I don't know.
But it is a lot of just shaky camera.
Yeah, but again, that's he plays Shades in Blue Cage. But yeah. But yeah, no, I think it's like you said too. This movie didn't have a say it didn't have a big budget, but here's my question: did it not have a big budget, or could they just not get a big budget for it? Because again, like if you go to Japan and see Godzilla and say, "Oh man, I want to do that in Hollywood," I'm just thinking like, okay, to me that automatically equals a certain price tag.
That's my girl.
That's your girl.
That's your girl. You're all pointing to the.
Come behind.
It's like they can't see you when you point, Adrian.
I was pointing. I wasn't pointing to the people listening.
No, but
him.
you're pointing to the girl on the screen, and I'm just like,
To him.
They could infer she
So
was
he's just
pointing.
being a creep
Okay.
now.
do you get sense?
Yeah.
Why would you still be recording when you do this?
Got this.
They should have just given him a GoPro.
Oh, by the way, I don't know if you guys were able to kind of catch this from the beginning, but basically, this is all has happened. This is all like recovered footage.
Yeah.
I assumed.
Yeah. So it's this. I mean, I know
They're not
found
live
footage.
streaming.
Yeah.
No, it's live stream.
Well,
Straight
but that's
from
the
the
thing,
event.
though. If this movie was made today, like this, with the whole like shaky cam,
Probably would
something,
be live
I wonder if they would be doing like as like a live stream, like, hey, we're trapped in this
Yeah,
city and
probably.
we're on the run, kind of like make it almost like a news thing. They're like on the ground, like the world is following them online. They're like the only signal being broadcasted out. I almost think if you are going to do the film like this, like found
Look at
footage,
her phone.
that's what I'm saying. They're not even using like
I know.
smartphones.
It's 2008.
That's what I'm saying. So this picture quality would make me, because I remember when this movie came out, everyone was saying, "Yeah, it's not really believable because cell phone video doesn't look that good."
Isn't it a real camera? He's holding a real
Yeah,
camera.
he's holding a real
Yeah.
camera.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
It must be.
That's one of the reasons I was said like when he like certain times it's shaky and stuff. It's like he's got a real camera. Like
It's not like a shoulder, it's just like steady.
no, but
cam.
it's a camcorder.
Yeah.
Yeah, but nowadays it would be like a smartphone, but yeah, people would be like live streaming. So again, while wouldn't be my first choice to do a kaiju film as a found footage movie, but if you were gonna do it, I think story wise
She
you could
looks
do
really
more
different
with
in
it
those
now.
pictures. She looks way different in this movie than the pictures you were showing me. I was trying to think of a different Mean Girls person.
But don't start talking about Mean Girls.
I mean, it's very relevant.
It's
It's a good movie.
It's relevant in the sense that it, like this movie, it is a movie.
Yes.
She's in it.
Is she?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
she's like
that's
one
what
of
I was
the
talking
characters.
about. She's
Well,
a-
I've never seen Mean Girls, and apparently I'm the only one in
Yeah,
the
you're a
Something
terrible
wrong with
person
you.
for that.
Yeah, so I hear. So when this movie came out, though, like the marketing for this movie was like super secretive and like weird, and we were all trying to figure out.
I vaguely remember that.
Yeah, it was really like.
I remember getting really hyped for this movie.
What's the thing? The marketing for this film was actually the most interesting part of this movie, I think, because again, everyone was trying to figure out what the hell this movie was. For the longest time, nobody even knew there was like a kaiju in it. Like it was super like secretive, and I was kind of like, I don't know. I think this is a movie where the hype surrounding it overshadowed it, and when it finally came out, everyone was making a big deal about it. But like since then, no one's really talking about it.
Remember her now.
Is that even a phone?
Kind
Oh,
of.
look
Oh,
at
it's one of
that.
the flip phones. Okay.
Yeah.
God.
That
Look
cute
at the
phone.
look at the memory chip like sticking out
Yeah. Bringing me back.
of it.
I mean, the acting is good in this. Like again, this is not a. That's what I will say. To me, it's almost like, man, I wish they would have just shot this like normally, because I actually do like find these characters interesting and the acting is good, and I don't know, it's not a bad movie. It's like I said, it's just the approach to it. Look at that Dutch angle, man. Hold your camera straight.
See, that's the thing. Like with parts like this, like he's holding an actual camera. I feel like it'd be uncomfortable to hold a camera in that position that long.
I think that's why it's kind of. I think it's why it's kind of like ajarred, kind of skewed. Like it's going to look like he's kind of like
But that's
awkwardly
like
holding.
who holds a camera like this the entire time they're talking?
That guy.
Yeah, he does.
That's not normal.
If you saw his face, he clearly does that. Like, he clearly does stuff like this.
It was in all the trailers. I actually did. It was like that line. Yeah, so basically the trailer was like this whole party scene in the movie.
So when does the cool stuff happen?
It doesn't.
Okay.
I mean, it's going to happen
Hey!
soon.
He's in this too?
He?
No.
He's also in Silicon Valley and in Superstore.
Huh.
That guy right there on the right.
Oh yeah.
It's all part of the massive Cloverfield cinematic universe.
That's not.
No.
I actually did. I know they've made 2 like quote unquote sequels that have nothing to do with this movie, but I actually heard that, or at
I
least
think the thing on Netflix is a prequel.
No. It's or it happens supposed to happen at the same Cloverfield
It's
Paradox,
like
right?
Like yeah, Paradox is supposed to like I think tell you about like why all this is happening.
But it, from what I understand, I hadn't
What is-
seen this.
what is
it
that?
didn't.
It's a Netflix thing.
Like
I think it's like a short series.
Short.
No, it's a movie.
Oh, it's a movie.
It was supposed to come out in theaters, but then Netflix got the rights to it.
Oh.
But I heard that there's talk now of doing an actual sequel to this movie in particular.
What
does that mean?
What was Cloverfield Lane supposed to be?
Again, it was a whole different thing. Basically, they were trying to turn it into an anthology where like the name Cloverfield would keep popping in the title, but they'd be their own unique stories.
Which
Yeah.
is stupid.
Because originally, like
they didn't have to do with the same story.
no, they just
didn't
did.
have to do with the
They would be like
monsters or anything.
Cloverfield would keep popping up in the titles of these movies that these guys were doing, but they would have nothing to do with each other. That was it. So that's why they were talking about doing an actual Cloverfield sequel. They mean like, no, this is going to be this movie number 2. Number 2. See what I said? I'm not shitting on the movie. Funny guy. God, I hate parties.
Yeah.
It's like the worst thing ever.
This looks awful.
And they're drinking Budweiser? Boo. Yeah, code word for can you fuck off for like 5 minutes? Thank you. That's way classier.
It's because it's a brick wall. But I wore the sequin dress, so I have to.
Just a lot of yellow reflecting on her face.
Yeah.
Makes
Her
her-
arms also look oddly disproportionate to her body from this angle.
Yeah.
Wow.
She kind of looks
Shit.
green from the reflection
Yeah.
of the eye.
Damn.
God damn.
I know.
This is
What
why
else
you
do you
make
got
legit
anymore?
movies and not found footage movies, guys.
So people don't look like
Green.
misshaped and green.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. They were allowed to do this. Make them misshapen and green.
Is that why Mark Ruffalo looks big and green in the
Yeah.
Avengers
it's
movies? Because
actually
he's just
all
misshaped.
poor camera work.
Yeah.
Entirely.
I'm documenting. Please, please, something happen. You see what I'm saying? Like that's the problem. It's almost like all this stuff. I get it. They're setting up the characters. They're showing like these are going to be real people in this situation. But I'm just like, I don't give a fuck about any of this.
Yeah.
Like I'm just like, I don't mind having like people with like real problems in a story like this. But right now, this is just soap opera of the movie, and I'm just like, fuck. Like I hope this building is going to come crashing down in a second with the monster just like freaking like right hooks it like.
It does, right? I hope so.
Something
I hope it happens
similar. But again, I feel all this is going on a little too long. Like this is dragging up. But again, I think it's
Well, not to mention, I don't know why you'd record half of this shit. Unless he's supposed to be, like, stupid and not know how to use a camera, like the other guy. But now that guy isn't recording, so...
again, I think a lot of this is too. This film did not have a big budget. Again, I don't know if that was on purpose. They figured, hey, we can make a monster movie on the cheap, or they just couldn't get a big enough budget for it. So, but I'm just like, I don't know. It just kind of, so I think they they don't have a lot of money to spend on the kaiju stuff, so they have to kind of fill it with this kind of thing. And I'm just like, I don't care. Like. What's happening? She's bummed about this, and that's awkward. We just talked, and his guys.
Always
Like,
going to Japan.
it's like nobody cares. I don't care.
You don't care?
I don't
He
care
didn't
about
even have
any.
to go to Japan to meet a kaiju.
I know, lucky bastard.
That's why he was going.
Did he ever make it to Japan?
No, I don't think any of these people make it to Japan.
Well,
One
he's
of
the
them.
only one trying to go, so of course the rest of them don't make it.
Some of them
Jeez,
One day.
I'm not dumb.
Yeah, see,
That is a completely reasonable demand. You go make him happy.
That sounds odd.
realistically, they would not have the guy filming.
That's what I mean.
That's why it needs to be like a GoPro thing, where it's
Yeah.
like if it's up here, like people will forget that it's recording.
I
But
would
if this
not
dude-
forget if you had
if
that
this dude was
doohickey on your
holding
head,
an
man.
action
Well, I mean,
cam-
if it's an actual.
If an
camera.
camcorder, you're gonna be thinking about that. But if he's been walking around all night, like GoPros now are like so small, you would forget
Yeah,
you would
but
see it,
you
but
can-
then you'd kind of.
I mean, you can kind of tell that this guy is getting off on recording everything.
Oh, for
Yeah, but I don't
sure.
think they would
But
put up
they
with
would
it. I think they would
notice,
be
yeah.
shut him down
Yeah.
every step of the way.
Especially when you're talking about this kind of shit.
Yeah.
I mean, this is
And
like
so I was talking about
MTV's The
something
Real
really-
World right here, for any of you guys
Yeah.
remember that. Like, it was like, no, they would
It's
not
worse than
tolerate some guy having a camera in their face right now when they're having a, like, real talk.
Like if I
Yeah.
was actually like talking like about stuff like this, and this guy just had.
Oh, thank God.
Thank God.
Movie. Their lives became
on.
so melodramatic and uninteresting that reality just created the most unrealistic thing in the world, a giant monster. Just to shut up.
Is that how they were made?
The power
Like,
of
life
power
was just like,
made.
listen, I'm really bored right now, so kaiju. Yeah, all this stuff was in the trailer. Like, and again, this is all cool. Like, I like when they kind of introduce kaiju like in a realistic way, where like like the news comes on and people are like, "What the hell's going on?" It grounds something that's ultimately unrealistic. It makes it feel more realistic, because realistically, if this actually did happen, this would be like how we would probably be finding out. We'd be watching the news. There'd be like breaking news. Something's happened. We probably wouldn't even see the monster right off the bat. We'd see like the result of it. So I dig all this.
But not the shaky cam
Well, again, like right here, like if you could just film this whole like little bit here with like a normal camera and make it like a like a real movie, again, it's fine.
Is that what you normally do when like you think an earthquake's coming? Is go to the roof?
Yeah, I know, right?
They're in New York. They don't know what to do in an earthquake.
So this would be scary. See, I like that. See? There's a special effect happening, so...
Run away!
Run away and cue the
So
disjointed...
the camera sorts out from
Better make sure and grab my camera.
But man, when they're having that long conversation about relationships and feelings, that camera quality is crisp, isn't it? Which, I get why it's different, because people are running in terror, but I'm just still like, ugh.
I feel like as much as you maybe don't want to be inside, I don't know if my reaction would be run straight out in the middle of the street when meteors
I think a situation like that, it's
Well,
just...
they're all leaving town. It's evacuation time, isn't it? I don't know.
Oh, here we go.
And again,
What?
Statue of Liberty.
no.
Oh.
Her head came off.
better make sure it's out of focus.
I like in movies, like any disaster movie, it's like whether it be weather or like a monster, it's like, but they know what would be metaphorically significant to destroy in front of everybody.
The Kaiju's gonna know
Yeah.
to go for the
Guys,
Statue of Liberty.
They'll be
This-
really
the
upset.
Kaiju is
if
no
they
friend
First
of
say
name
liberty.
the Statue of Liberty. That'll send them a message.
Oh, that was our first little glimpse of it.
Again, I'm like,
Oh, there goes the Chrysler building.
It just falls down.
And I should point out, the kaiju in this film is actually really fucking big. It's
a cool Kaiju.
It's
just-
big. But I read something actually very interesting about it. Apparently, and again, guys, feel free to double check because I read this a long time ago, but apparently this thing is actually supposed to be a baby. And they wanted to kind of design it after a spooked baby horse. So this whole animal basically is essentially lost. And it does that thing when horses get spooked and you can see the white of their eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently it's constantly in a state of panic, and us firing on it is basically just making it frantic. So basically this is a baby animal that's just being spooked and panicked running through the city. But because it's so big, to us it's, oh shit, it's a giant monster. But this is basically like, a baby horse loose in a grocery store somewhere. It's knocking stuff off the shelves, it's spooked. But because we're so small, it's like Godzilla to us. So I thought conceptually it's a cool thing, because then my first thought was like, well, then Jesus Christ, what's the adult look like? But again, none of that's really
Theory.
explored. I only know that because I read about it. Like, it's not really, this is the stuff where in the movie you would have the scientists explaining that, and, that's the
Any
stuff.
of that here.
No, you don't. That's like all like,
so it's gonna be just this guy recording the whole time, right?
Yeah.
Because, not gonna lie, all I'm gonna think about is, wow, he's got great batteries, and, he must have a huge, memory card.
It's only an hour and a half movie.
I can't remember. Did he charge it at one point? I
don't
can't
know.
remember.
It's only an hour and a half. It's a camera.
I don't know, man.
It's not like you need to carry like 20 battery
They're
packs to
using it
film anything.
non-stop.
I love all this stuff. This is done really well.
Yeah, that's cool.
Again, when the film does show off its budget or what it has of a budget, it's done really well. Like, all this is cool. Like, I dig all this. It's showing you like the aftermath. But this is unfortunately more or less what you're going to
Like,
get.
You
You're not
don't.
gonna
They
see
don't
the
know for
kaiju
sure,
much.
but like someone already said, like, nah, dude, like it's alive and stuff. Like, all right, so it's already been through here. So I don't know. Sit tight. Why would it come back
Oh,
around?
there's the Chrysler building. I'm sorry.
This is just from that building collapsing, right? The fallout.
No,
It
like,
should
did you
still be
hear the
leaving.
thump, thump, thump? Like something walked away.
Yeah, it walked
Oh.
by them.
So like, I feel like in my head, I'd be like, well, I don't know what that is, but if I stay here and
Don't
it's
go in that
walking
direction.
away,
Yeah.
maybe stay here, and there's no reason it would, come recheck all these tiny little buildings.
Well, again, though, I think it's more or less just looking at it like, okay, this thing is just running around. It could retrace its steps.
Why did we go back to this?
He
It's-
said,
it-
"Let me rewind," and he went too far.
Yeah, I don't know. See, now this is the point of the movie where I'm like, all right, let's cut to the guys in the helicopter who have been tracking the thing and studying it, and formulating a plan. But these, again, it's kind of the one gripe I have with Godzilla 2014, where I thought it had good characters. I just didn't think we necessarily followed the more interesting characters. Like, I wanted to stick with the scientists whose job is to figure out what the hell's going on, because their job is to literally study giant monsters. That's like the coolest job in the world. I want to hang out with those guys. I don't want to hang out with man on the ground, like the everyman. I'm like, well, I'm already the everyman. I want to hang out with the other guy, the guy whose job is to be, basically the guy whose job is to ask all the questions that we, the audience, are asking, and then get the answers, because it's his job, his or her job, to get the answers. So for me, it's like, oh, we're seeing what it's like for people on the ground. This is great stuff to cut to give you a sense of like how bad it is. Great. Now let's cut back to the really interesting people.
Where's all the looters?
I feel
there would
right.
definitely be looters.
Right.
A lot more
I feel like
pandemonium.
these movies' point though is to make you feel like you are there, and you wouldn't be one of the scientists.
Exactly, but exactly, because that's.
So they're trying to put you there.
Yeah. But I don't want to be there. I want to be with the scientists.
That's not what they're trying to do.
That's the fantasy for me.
Well, then go get a degree.
Yeah, why don't you make your own monster defense committee?
Oh, God damn it! Don't tempt me.
Do that, though?
Don't I don't know. Can I? Is that thing? I would love to do that.
I believe in you.
You guys want in? Call to order the first meeting of the Monster Defense Committee. The White House has still not returned my calls.
Would be the worst place to go.
I will continue to try.
I would not go on a bridge if there's a giant thing around.
Right? Every disaster
you gotta get off out of the city.
Is a bridge.
You gotta get out of the city.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem with like New York.
Or you could have just stayed where you are and then left the city
after everything.
If the bridge collapses, then you can swim.
You will die when the bridge collapses. The helicopter's just busy checking out decapitated Lady Liberty.
Yep, that's gone.
We confirm that it is decapitated.
Moving closer. People need to see this, because I'm pretty sure every news agency in the world is not covering this. I need to film this on my little GoPro camera so the world will know what happened here today. Meanwhile, you have CNN, MSNBC, everyone's like helicopters above filming everything. This is pretty organized.
Yeah. All things.
A part of me kind of wonders if this would be more. But then again, that's the thing too. Probably a lot of people haven't seen it.
They just thought.
Well, I think people. I mean, as much as you can't underestimate chaos, I don't think you can necessarily underestimate. As scared as people are, if you have the military going into military mode, that's going to stop people from being crazy.
Yeah, that is going to help to some degree.
They're not used to that. They're just going to be like, oh God, I don't know what this means.
Whoa.
See, this is why I don't go on the damn bridge.
Yep.
Well, Jason's dead.
See, that'd be so scary when you see the bridge moving. And I love, too, that it was probably just a little movement on its part. It wasn't even like an act of destruction. Again, it's so big that it probably just...
They said it was eating people, though.
Well, did they say that?
Yeah, she was like, what was happening?
That was just someone in the crowd screaming. And like,
no, that was
no, Marlena said it. She was out there, like, she didn't get inside in time, and then she was, like, acting all, like, shocked and everything, and she was like, it was eating people.
All those wires snapping.
Yeah. That's going to take some people out.
Oh, I was going to say, that'd be the more immediate threat. Those things whipping around.
Yeah.
Slicing people in half. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
This is rough.
I remember some people. I talked to a couple people when this came out, and they were saying that they almost got sick watching this.
Again, I don't get motion sickness, but it just kind of makes my head hurt.
Yeah, it's a little.
It's just too much.
Again, stuff like the Blair Witch Project, I think, is good for found footage. Gets a lot of just creepy atmosphere, and I actually think that really works. Something where there's going to be a lot of movement. So that guy
was her boyfriend or something?
I don't know.
I don't know. Or rather, I just
I
don't
was just
care.
waiting for the building to rumble during that whole party scene.
Yeah. There
There's
we
the
go.
looters. Been waiting for that.
But here's my thing, though. It's like, okay, but
There's always those people.
Yeah, but I'm
There's
like,
always gonna be those.
you're
people.
gonna, if you die,
It's a
you can't spend any of it, like, or get,
That's not where those people's brains go, though. They just take. Those people. All they do is they just take advantage of
Survival
chaos.
mode.
I mean, I get if it's just rioting. Okay, we're just rioting. But if there's like a giant creature that is knocking down buildings,
Anytime they think they can get away with it.
yeah, but you're gonna die. Like,
Now that's a risk.
not-
But
you're
if
not-
you
you're
don't
not-
die,
you're-
then you have a bunch of TVs.
Because when everything's said and done, and we live in post-apocalyptic world, they will be the kings.
Yeah.
Because they took all the things.
they got all the TVs.
We
No,
don't
but
have power, but we got TVs.
we can't turn them on because we
Oh,
don't have
he's
power.
gonna go loot. He's gonna loot.
Is he a looter now?
It's a new world.
Maybe he just wants a gun.
The guy they got to play this main character is so derpy. I just keep imagining like watching him running with this camera. It's hard to take it seriously.
I just don't think he would still have the damn camera.
I don't
like,
think so either.
No.
Like all the excuses you make. Oh, people need to see this. What? Like, look. The news. People are seeing
But
this,
they need to see it from his point
and they're
of view.
getting better footage. That's. There you go. You're kind of getting a bit more of it.
I like how he knew where the volume button was on the backside.
Does it have two heads, or is it just...
No.
Really? Just gonna do me like that? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not film the monster. Let's film that truck going by.
Oh, that's why.
Oh. Yeah. Mandatory. Yeah, no shit. We got you, bud.
What's he looking for?
I think it's like a phone battery or something.
So it's like... The fuck?
Oh yeah, these
The
things.
little guys?
Yep.
Yeah. I miss these guys.
They like spiders?
Yeah, they're like I like the
No.
idea that it has
So
like
creepy.
parasites, basically. That
Yeah.
are,
That was my favorite thing when I was like
That's nasty.
reading about the kaiju. I remember when it was coming out.
well, it makes me think of 84 a little bit, where like that sea louse was feeding off Godzilla, but because Godzilla was
Become
irradiated,
huge.
it became like the size of a
Like face
Ger-
huggers.
yeah, like basically became the size of a German Shepherd, which on Godzilla would still be tiny, but then it was feeding off people, and they were just draining them and making them look like the Crypt Keeper because they were just completely devoid of fluid. It makes me think of that.
Is Beth dead?
Not quite.
Is that who he's talking to?
My
Yeah.
whole apartment wall fell on me.
Yeah, basically he's trying to go find this girl.
That he
Later.
had sex with once because he's in love with her?
They
No,
were
they said
best,
they were best friends their whole life.
Oh,
And
okay.
he's had a crush on her since college.
I can understand to an
Yeah.
extent. Then.
Well, again,
They
it's,
just finally hooked up.
it's
that's
actually really similar to the plot of Godzilla 2014, as you, in a weird way. But in that film, at least the main character trying to get back to his wife was in the military. So basically, he joined up the mission to go, to where he knew she was going to be. So yeah, he was doing it for ulterior motives, but he still had a purpose within the story. We were following a guy who was involved with, the efforts to stop the kaiju in that movie. Whereas here, it's literally just, and again, his motives are noble, but I'm sure there's a lot of people right now trying to find their high school sweetheart, their college crush, their wife, their boy. I mean, he's probably not the only guy in this city. So because of that, to me, I'm just like, okay, that's sweet, but
But I feel like it's because he just lost his brother.
oh yeah, well yeah,
Like
and
he
again,
just lost the closest.
Oh, yeah, no, no,
person to
I'm-
him,
Not everyone
so-
else.
I'm not questioning his motives. His motives make complete sense to me. Like, this character is, I get it. And if I was in his position, I would be doing the exact same thing. But as an audience member, I don't want to see a guy who it would be in my position. I want to see the guy who's in the position that I wish I could be in, which is the scientist right now who's,
They were trying to reach a broader audience with a kaiju movie.
I think you're a very
And
select audience.
I think, well, yeah, but see, I don't think you're right. You're wrong either. I think this is before, like, what a lot of people are now calling the Kaiju Renaissance, the new one, where, like, okay, well, now kaiju movies are pretty popular, and you guys got guys like The Rock, making kaiju movies. When this came out, this was very much like, outside of the niche market, nobody was watching giant monster movies, aside from, like, Godzilla fans and what have kaiju fans. So
I like how all the Marines just.
I know, just like U.S. military, I choose you, and like, they all come to the Pokeball. Like, yeah, Jesus, like, were they creeping up on them from behind?
Apparently.
It was like dead quiet in that street.
All of a sudden, the tank just rolls down behind them.
And suddenly, like, the entire U.S. military just like pops up behind them. It's like shit. So I love how the 300-foot monster, was creeping up on the one side, and the U.S. military was like that. They're all just eavesdropping on them.
Cue scene.
Yeah, basically. You see, like right here, we're filming Rob. I don't want to see Rob. I want to see the U.S. military fighting a 300-foot kaiju. And that's my problem with the found footage. It's like, we're watching this. No, floor, no. Tilt the camera up. I don't want to. I want to stay on that. Stay on that. No. Back up. There you go. That's what I want to see.
Oh God.
And now we're going down here. But let's not go down there.
That's a terrible idea.
Let's go back up there, where the movie's happening.
That's really going like all the kaiju movies I've seen.
It's the
subway
safest
and
place.
the underground where you just can be crushed.
Well, I mean, it depends how far down. And a lot of times, to like, subway systems are the most efficient way of getting out, because it's not going to be bogged down by traffic. It's not
Or
gonna,
a fallen down building.
Yeah. And I know they
Until those little things come.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's like you're predicting the movie.
Spiders.
I thought Chris was the only one who could just like predict these.
I mean,
movies.
it's come on.
When
It's
the
pretty
power
obvious.
goes out in here and there's
It's
no
gonna be
source
dark.
of light. Say dark and endless tunnels without an easy way to go get
Yeah.
away.
No wonder when the subway will get here.
Did we miss the train, guys?
My hair caught on fire.
Here.
Oh, the air.
Oh, air. Why don't we go back up and look and see what's going on up there? That'd be interesting, right?
I need to find out what that guy's in. It's bothering me.
Sucks they're all in, formal, fancy dresses and shit. It's uncomfortable.
Destruction!
Did it say muffled explosion when you pushed that?
Yeah, it wasn't talking about that, but I thought so too at first. I was confused.
Yeah, by the way, guys, we have the subtitles on just anyway.
That's the only way to fully comprehend any movie you watch. I don't care if you're watching it in your own language or not. Everyone I know realizes more when they watch.
Well,
a movie with
especially when we're
subtitles.
commenting. Like,
Yeah, it makes it so much easier
yeah.
to focus.
Sometimes I if there's a muffled noise, but I'm not sure if it was a muffled noise, I like the subtitles to just
Right.
confirm. Yep, nope, that was in fact a muffled
That
noise.
was, in fact, a muffled explosion.
Did I hear a muffled noise?
I don't
Yes,
know.
I did. Is that really that important to you?
Well, yes.
Mike Vogt.
Oh yeah, so he's got to tell his mom now that his brother's dead.
Did you
I
just
think
say
I would've
fine.
Jason's dead? Like,
I would have waited till you could see her in person and tell
Yeah.
her. But that's just me, Okay, bye.
bye.
And again, stuff like this, I like. I like when you see there's an emotional toll to like something like this, because again, kaiju films are natural disaster movies, and whenever you have a natural disaster, innocent people die just because they're there. So I like all this. So
I
this
think
movie,
it's because he stood up on a pole.
well, yeah, that
I
too.
think it's because he made a spectacle of himself.
Damn, heartless.
It said muffled explosions continued, and that's why I laughed. So
Oh.
I don't know if that's why you guys laughed.
So he says you said he
not
made
because of his,
not because he made a
sadness.
spectacle on a pole, like
Yeah.
that time in college when he was trying to pay for his tuition.
But that is funny now that I think about it.
But yeah, I don't know. Again, really honestly, like I said, if this film had just been filmed normally, I really would be fine with it. I mean, kaiju movies can be so many different things. I don't mind.
Is he still trying to hook up with this?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Why do
Obviously.
you still have your fucking camera on? That's my point. Like, he has the camera on because they're filming a movie. But realistically, he would not have the damn... He would not still be documenting. Like, they would be
I
like...
don't know. I mean, have you listened to this guy?
I know, but I'm just like, well, why would they even be friends with a guy like that? Like, again, it's really insensitive, especially when just it's like, this
So
is
you're
not something.
telling me if a kaiju came right now, you wouldn't just be recording?
And you were already filming?
Well, okay, if
You
I
would
might.
continue
Camera.
Well, no, I might have my phone out real quick, but when we go to running, and like, and again, what am I going to film? That again, every news.
Okay, imagine you have a camcorder in your
And
hand.
I'm just gonna say, you would be one of the first to die because you would just stop and stare.
No, see, everyone thinks
You
like,
might go hug it.
I love Godzilla movies. I love kaiju films. I never want one of those to actually happen. 98% of
I think you would just break though. I think you'd just be like,
98% of my Blu-ray shelf right now, I hope never happens. Okay, if all that shit happened, the world would just suck to live
It'd
in.
be awesome.
You know, I would throw myself off a cliff if any of that shit in real life happened. But that's the fun about it. You get to watch some shit that would normally be the worst thing ever, but you get to enjoy it because it's not real. Again, hence why I like to follow people who are more involved with what's going on, because realistically, we probably would be these guys. But I hope this never happens. So unrealistically, I want to be with the interesting people. And again, I just don't think they would... here's the thing. I would have ripped the camera out of the guy's hand
Yeah.
and just smashed it on the ground, and I'd be like, cut the shit, dude. Like, not...
I feel like they just don't even notice. Like they're so freaked out that they don't notice.
And now it's a useful camera.
Yeah. Now everyone's about to die.
They can watch themselves get eaten by the,
things. It's funny, this whole thing in the subway, that actually reminds me, I don't know if you remember the second Gamera movie. Legion, when he first had those little things and it was all in the subway and it was eating like the conductor and the people on the train.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it makes me think of this a little bit. These kind of creepy crawlies are running around a subway murdering people.
Is number 2 the one where the things were eating all the technology?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that one was a little weird.
Say if I said Superman and a dude was like, you know who Superman is? I'd be like, who doesn't? Yeah.
It's still a little...
Talk about whatchamacallit. What are they called?
I
Neck
don't know.
beards.
Oh.
That's a neck beard right there.
Oh, you know about the thing that I like?
M'lady.
Oh, God. M'lady.
Tip of the fedora to you, ma'am.
Oh
What?
my god.
That's such a thing. You know who Superman is?
I'm a gentleman.
Yeah. Nice
Wow.
guys finish last. Oh.
Oh, God.
Oh dear god. Oh my god.
Yeah, seriously, like, fuck this guy. Like,
I don't know. He's kind of right though. Like if someone came from up top,
Yeah,
just
that'd
on
be
fire, I would probably pee my pants.
it'd be cooler if maybe that actually happened instead.
Okay, so
If the rats are running, you should run.
Yep.
That is a number one rule. If the animals are running, you go
I've
the same
seen
way.
nasty ass city rats. They're bigger than that, and they're usually like scabby and nasty.
Yeah, they like spread.
Those are kind of cute rats.
Yeah.
You can
Those
tell
look
they're
like healthy
trained
rats.
Those are,
They're the safe ones.
Those are actor rats.
Yes.
That's right.
Do they get
They're
paid?
professionals.
They live in a nice little rat motel.
Yeah.
Ratatouille.
And it's
Oh Jesus! I would not stop. I would.
No, you just keep running with the rats, man.
This would be like great for like VR right here. Imagine this.
That
You know,
is
the
true.
clickety clicks.
Cloverfield VR. That could work.
yeah, they should make it.
Well, they actually
should
made a
make
game like
movies
that
like
called
that.
it's like City of Mist or Shrouded in Mist, and
Oh, yeah,
basically
yeah.
like,
Did that come out?
hey, what came out in Japan? Yeah, but basically it's like Godzilla, Gamera, Ultraman, all these big kaiju, and Sentai fighters are like fighting in the city, and you're just on the ground running away, trying to get out. So Cloverfield would make
Bye,
a...
Lily.
Oh my god. Ugh.
Oh, damn.
There's so many legs.
So are they baby versions, or are they just...
No, they're just like parasites, things that were on him.
Yeah, they should have just made it on the ground, unless he's got that thing, like, stuck to his hand.
Yeah, you wouldn't drop it to...
Help any of these people?
So is Marlene dead?
No.
So they're not actually biting him, they're just kind of...
Well, they were like...
They've got, like, big pinchers for mouths.
Yeah. See, here's my thing. If you're going to do a found footage movie because you didn't have a lot of money to make, I think this would have made a better found footage movie. Just you guys running around in the dark with like things leaping out at you. I think that would have worked better because again,
I better get on camera.
I know creature features. You don't see the creature that much. That's usually how you make it scary. It's when you don't see it that it becomes more tension building. Whereas a kaiju, it's all about seeing it. Yeah,
It's a mouth breather.
exactly. You can have a little bit of build up before it gets there, but once it shows up, you kind of need to let it ride.
Yikes.
That's a nasty bed sore there. Come on, Aquafina couldn't give them a little bit more money for this. Just saying. Yeah, just.
They broke into the Mountain Dew one first.
Oh.
She's already got a Mountain Dew sitting on the
They
table.
paid for that.
Priorities.
There's probably enough chemicals and artificial things in Mountain Dew to be poured on bed with disinfectant. Or me. What's up with that?
Yeah, what's he doing, man? Like, what?
Like, why was he doing that, man?
Along with them. Just want to be friends.
So rude. Just like grabbing me. Like, I don't want to go that way, man.
I can't
But
take this main character.
like, he wanted me to go down the hall, but I didn't want to go down the hall. So he started dragging me. And I was like, stop. But he wouldn't stop, man. Like, what's that all about? Guy's rude, right? Fucking asshole. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you like Batman too? Just such an asshole.
He's so awkward.
I get it.
Like,
I
guys,
don't-
the world is ending, but I'm still trying to get laid.
Good for him. Good for him. Because if the world is ending,
He knows that this is the only chance he has to get a
Yeah,
guy like
yeah.
that who's totally out of his
it
league.
took giant monsters and like freaking
Right.
giant spider monster thingies to like give him even a shot. He's taking it.
Yeah, she's fucked up.
Where is here, by the way? Is this just a random ass, like,
I think it's like
subway utility? That
yeah, it's
Is
like
this the break room for
for
the
like the-
subway maintenance men?
I guess,
yeah, you can see like the
yeah.
helmets. I think they probably would have various ones along like the
It's a big
tunnel
ass
route.
flashlight right there. Wear the hard hats.
That's a decent plan.
I feel like she would be like more freaked out because she's got a pretty.
Oh, I was thinking that
Serious
too.
bite.
Like, she got fucked up, kind of.
Yeah.
I mean,
Some
again,
people respond to shock like that, though.
I mean, you can argue adrenaline too, but after a while, you have to think when shock happens. A lot of times the movies, the person like just it's right away, but realistically, they say shock develops over time. Like you'll feel fine at first because you have so much adrenaline pumping through your body, but once that starts to subside, you start to
there's
kind of
also
slip
just
away.
like that's when like fight or flight is a big thing too. It's like there
Yeah.
are people that when that happens, their body goes into I'm gonna be okay mode, and there's people that just break down and can't even handle it.
Yeah, there was actually a. It's gonna be a weird
Don't
callback.
stay like
The
that.
movie Deliverance.
Oh god.
Yeah, but anyway,
God.
but like the character, there's a character in that movie who goes into shock, and they probably the most accurate depiction of it because he's fine at first, and then you see him just slowly kind of becoming more distant, more unresponsive, and before it finally just hits him, and it just shows you how it doesn't just happen right away.
Is it
So-
daytime?
I think it's like the emergency lights. Yeah,
It's the mall.
Yeah.
that's a good shot. I like that.
Yeah, he's a cameraman too. She's turning.
I mean, that's the thing too. A bite like that, I mean, it could be infection. Like
She's
I was
probably
thinking-
still losing a lot of blood.
we're all pointing guns at.
I was gonna say, I don't know why she would have put her sweater back on, because I wouldn't want something touching like big open wounds like that.
I'm just gonna assume it's cold outside.
I guess so.
It's New York. We don't know what time of year it is.
Isn't the other girl just wearing like a tank top short dress though?
I mean, it's like a party dress,
Yeah.
right?
It's winning. I wish I knew that from watching the kaiju destroy the
I know. Thanks, soldier guy, for telling me that.
What in the world?
They would not just roll that through like that.
Did he just call that a bite? We got a bite. No, that's more than a bite, sir.
Oh, well, you'll see what a bite does here. Alex, I don't know if you remember this
I
part.
don't.
Okay.
They turned into zombies, right?
No. They,
And I like how they're just letting him record still.
again, like, it's like...
Oh yeah, the military would have definitely stopped this shit.
Yeah, that's my point. I'm like, yeah.
I know. I love that they built a cool physical prop, though. I think it's awesome looking. Exposition, the movie.
Damn, this guy did a complete 180. I thought he like wasn't into her. Oh,
She's fine.
I like how they just decided to not help her until now. By the way,
Oh, yeah. Here
like
we
they
go.
didn't notice that she has a bloody ass shoulder. I can't take anything he
I
does
can't
seriously.
get laid if you take her away.
She knows who Superman is! Oh, there goes that zit.
Wait, did they just shoot
was,
her in the face?
Was that
No,
what
no,
she
something
said?
busted out of her.
Oh,
Lovely.
oh. Holy shit!
Wait, is she dead?
Yeah.
Oh, she's dead.
That was it?
Yeah, basically when you saw that guy, they wheeled by like his big open, so it busted, pops out. So basically she got like infected by something and it does that. So basically you burst or you pop.
Fun.
I couldn't remember, they were saying something was coming out of them or they just pop, basically.
That was fast.
Yeah. See, she
Is it,
knew.
wait, is it they pop or something comes out?
I that's what I couldn't
They
remember.
make more. Because that was quick creation of the little people.
That's what you get for being a nerd. Don't know who Superman is. Or you'll pop. Like, what?
I don't think that's how it works.
This is what happens when you have premarital sex, kids. This is all happening because of premarital sex.
It is.
Why would he just let them go?
Because, you know, they're having a great time in there.
Yeah.
The way I look at it, they're like, you know what? They probably have their hands full. They probably have, you know, like...
They're just annoyed with these people being there.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
get these people out of my face. Let them go.
Yeah, really, honestly, at this point.
I like how she's somehow still wearing her heels. By the way.
Yeah, right.
What the fuck?
Like, I would be barefoot before
I
I'd still be
know.
walking around those things.
Maybe she's proficient in heels.
Guess so.
No. He goes, and then the actual camera crew will follow him, and we'll have like a real movie.
Making my way downtown. Is nobody gonna save the fucking horse? God.
He's still doing his job, too. Like, he's like, I got it, guys. Don't worry. I'll keep
Man is a
fighting."
constant
That
professional.
horse deserves better.
Yeah. Well, I think more than the wall fell on her.
Yeah.
I love that you can tell, like, the kaiju just literally walked between the two buildings
Yeah.
and just did that.
Just needed to nudge it over a little bit.
I kind of just liken this to, like, if you look at something like a bear walking through, like, you know, a really densely, wooded area where there's a lot of low-hanging branches where, to us, we just see him, okay, he's knocking over some branches, he's just moving through. But think of this something like a mouse or like a chipmunk living there when this bear is walking through. It would be like epic destruction.
To them.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh my god, he's knocking over like a small tree would be like a big thing to them, and if to see the bear just knock that over would be like, oh my god, you know.
Again, I get they want to save her, but I'm like,
She's probably not even alive.
Yeah, she's probably not alive.
You're risking your life for someone who it should be dead. She probably won't be because this is a movie, but she should be dead.
Yeah, but I
she,
can't.
You know, you mean.
I'm not gonna lie. If certain somebody off to my left here was in maybe the situation, I would probably be foolish and go do this too.
I would lie to you and tell you I was somewhere else, so you would go up there. Because, like, realistically, why would you go up there? You're just gonna die.
You'd be on the phone going, you motherfucker, you get your ass over here now and get me the fuck out of here.
You're not
The
here in
building's only
45
slightly
minutes,
slanted.
I
We'd
swear.
be separated. So we'd either both be stuck up there or whatever.
Right.
And I'd be up there just like fanboying out, like, oh my god, did you see that? We're actually in one of these movies. Here, we should like record this and then do a commentary for it after. And then you just throw me off the building.
Yes.
Yeah.
Finally, she took her heels off.
The stairs. That'll get you every time.
Yep, it does.
Again, this guy's motivations, I get. I get why he's doing this.
I mean, it's a little weird that they're like not actually together. I mean, I guess they are like long time.
But even still, it's like your best friend kind
Well,
of
he said
thing.
he loved her for a long time. He took a long time to do anything about it. But then he blew her off after having sex with her. So what the hell is that about?
Well, that's what I was wondering.
It's like a video game right here.
This looks awesome.
There's pipes there. You know, we get a shot, straight, pipes, you know, things.
Yes.
It's right
Yeah,
there.
just say
Jump.
just
It's
try
fine.
to get up her
It's fine.
building. I feel like her building was not leaning badly enough that they couldn't have just tried to go up her building.
But yeah, but it might be like the stairs and stuff like that. Might be like crumbly on the inside.
I guess.
Yes.
Can you imagine being the main character for this? You just show up in like 4 scenes, and the rest of it's just your voice. That'd be nice.
I'm not gonna put the camera down.
Nope, he's not. He's gonna keep on filming. Jump cut, the movie.
He's filming right up her skirt.
Yep. It's funny when I was taking like film. I'm gonna sound like like an asshole right now, but when I was taking,
Don't you?
yeah, I know, right? It's like a drinking game of how every time I sound like an asshole, probably one of these guys upstairs. But no, I took film courses in college. University. Like the jump cuts and all that. That's the kind of shit that they would like give you. They never do that. Never do. We'll fucking fail you if you give us a film with all these jump cuts.
All the time.
And yeah, and now it's like a thing. You can do it in like a movie. I'm like, this movie literally is like what they all told us not to do. So it's just kind of funny where it's like,
Well, it makes sense for a movie like this.
well, yeah, but
What
jumps.
floor are they on now?
They need to
The
be
39th
on
floor?
39.
Did they actually get to the 39th though?
I mean,
right
I'm
off the
guessing.
bat?
Yeah, that little cracked part led exactly to the 39th floor.
Huh, how convenient.
She lived on the top floor. It's an
Oh.
odd number of floors, but
Yeah. I was gonna
39
say.
was the number they chose.
Bitch better be alive. Watch her not even be there.
I'm wondering, do they actually have the set on an angle, or there's just the camera and they're making them look like they were going up at an angle?
Probably the camera, but I don't know.
I feel like it'd be easier to get what they want by having it at an angle, because that'd be really hard for the actors to constantly all be in sync at the right angle acting.
You have to pantomime the whole thing. She's fine.
That sucks.
See,
Rebar.
she's lucky because she didn't fall off the building because she was,
Crucified to it.
Yeah, so she's good.
Is she good? She's fine?
Is she gonna do a jump
She gonna be in
scare?
Cloverfield too?
Oh, just a quiet one.
What?
I was waiting for like the classic jump scare where all of a sudden she was gonna be like,
Oh.
completely unnecessarily so.
Yeah, they're all gonna die for it probably, but it's okay.
Now we can all die together.
Right.
Yeah, seriously.
Lift her
Wait,
up.
she called them for help, but didn't mention that she's impaled and dying.
Well, she said she was stuck.
She said she was bleeding.
She said the
and stuff.
whole wall fell on her. There's no wall on her. She's just impaled.
She's in the wall. And the wall's in her?
What? Seemed like a poor choice.
And now she would bleed out and die.
Most likely.
Well, that's the thing. People say when someone gets stabbed, a lot of times they say leave it in because it'll kind of.
Something that big, she'd be fucking
She's
dead.
dead.
In a minute.
There's a hole in her. It's not even like
just
it's
bled out within 5 minutes right there probably, but she's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Because this is a movie.
Hey, look, it's coming back.
Finally, the monster.
Oh, it's so derpy looking.
I
It's
forgot
got,
he was
little
even in
tiny
this
little
movie.
feet.
That's the best thing. What is that? It's a horrible thing. Well, thank you. Now I understand everything.
I'm triggered by that beeping sound.
I know. I was thinking the same thing. I was
Like
like, can we
smoke
just turn the
detectors or
beeping
something?
off
Yeah.
right now?
They just put you in a fit of rage. You two just start beating Alex and I.
It's just like when you
Triggered!
have a smoke detector that needs a new battery, and that's the worst
That's
sound.
why none of mine have any
Or like at my
batteries
apartment,
anymore.
the smoke detector goes off
I
for
don't want
anything
my lady
at all,
folk
and it
to
won't
come
turn
over
off.
to start
and you can't,
beating
so
you
it's just me
when it
sitting
goes
there
off.
with a cookie sheet, just waiting.
I'm sick of getting beat.
Hey, they're getting the
Getting a first-hand show here.
Yeah, it's like the second shot of the monster.
She's got a lot of energy.
I wish we. There we go. I was gonna say, can we see what they're seeing?
It
No.
just looks kind of derpy.
Yeah, I feel like if I was this guy filming, I would just be staring at the monster.
Well,
if
it
I
is
cared
coming
this
kind
much
of right
about
at them.
filming.
Like I said, from everything I've read, it's supposed to be an infant. So, but again, I'm wondering, Jesus, what's the adult look like?
Is it just the size of Earth?
Yes.
It is?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me more.
I met him. We're friends.
Oh, there we go.
Those things are little bitches for looking so scary.
The fire thing was right there. Oh, don't leave the axe in it. Take the axe. Take the axe.
Well, it's kind of pinning it down.
What was that? Something else also terrible.
Boy, this guy's on point.
He's the best at describing things.
Seriously, how is she running?
Oh.
I like that he's just always running behind them.
I know.
Well, yeah, he's got to get the
just
wide shot,
keeps
you know.
the best speed possible to keep them in view. I'm gonna assume it's because it's chunkier.
During this whole thing, guys, we were running behind you so I get the cinematic shot.
Oh, it's got a derpy tail. I mean, the whole thing's pretty derpy, but
I didn't see its derpy tail.
yeah, it's kind of like a. It's almost got a little. It's like
I mean,
a
she
little.
is running well for somebody who reaches
You're
time.
pantomiming with your hand. We can't see it.
Yeah.
What's
What is that?
You had to make the tongue thing to do the derpy shit?
Yes.
Derp.
It was cute. I mean, the monster definitely wasn't
Did it just
cute, but-
crush a tank with its foot like it was nothing?
It's a
Yeah.
big motherfucking monster.
Yeah. Again, this movie does look like it's really interesting. I just wish we could focus on, that. Because...
You don't care about these people?
I'm trying
They
to think
let
of find
one
a...
person
Jim just
on there.
got
They
Pam
let
back.
just
Are
her
you
on
happy?
there.
I mean...
Or John got Leia back. Aren't you happy? Or Jason got... I don't know.
Yeah,
they're in
just
love.
touch me all over where my giant hole is.
Right.
Love it. Squeeze the blood out of me.
Did they really put just Lily on the helicopter?
Oh, he actually gets to go on this one?
Yeah.
They literally put. There's 4 of them. They put
Yeah.
1 on the first one.
The rest are all just like military dudes.
Well, you need to put a good... Like a main story character in the other one and then blow it
That
up.
way 1 can live.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then you blow it up. Did they just blow it up? No, that's...
It's like the end of No. We don't have eyes.
I hate this camera.
Oh, B-2 bombers. They're from Whiteman Air Force Base, Missouri. We were stationed there back in the 90s. It's the only place in the world where they keep them.
It's got such oversized hands. He's not down.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Really?
Why would he come after that helicopter?
I know.
I think at this point it's just agitated and just anything and everything around it. It's just striking at it. It's not differentiating between one thing or another. It's just so kind of spooked and agitated that it's just like lashing out at anything and everything. That's my theory anyway.
This is pretty...
So how did this
Accurate,
camera
huh?
survive this crash?
It was actually a black box camera.
Apparently. Like, goddamn. Did Nokia make this fucking camcorder?
They did, actually. It's a Nokia phone.
Actually, I saw a Nokia advertisement earlier in the electronics store, so I'm going to assume yes.
The Kaiju commentary is in no way affiliated with Nokia.
Or are they?
Hey, Nokia wants to throw some money our way.
Was that the end?
When I'm running and hiding in a kaiju attack, yet want to capture it all on film,
No
nothing quite
way.
captures the moment like.
Is this asshole still alive?
Well, yeah, the movie's not over yet.
How did that thing not
Okay,
explode?
so spoilers, folks. The movie's over when he's over.
Yeah.
You mean somebody else doesn't pick up the camera for him?
No, because nobody
They're
else
gonna
would.
be like,
Nobody
we
else is
have
gonna
to
do what this
carry
fucking
on
idiot did.
HUD's story. Of course, the military.
He even has a stupid name, HUD.
Yeah, what's up with that?
His name's probably
Yeah,
Hudson.
what's
Well, yeah,
up
but
with
it's
that?
stupid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does he have
Just
no
like
legs?
ripped his legs.
It must be like strapped to him because right at this point, yeah, it's like a GoPro
Does he
thing.
have no legs? No, because there's been multiple times where he like flipped it and looked at himself. Like he's holding it.
Maybe he's got like a weird third arm.
They said that they're in the hammer down zone. That just means they're blasting all of Manhattan.
Yeah. They're all dead.
So they are all alive, but no one else from the helicopter is alive?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Narrative.
Oh god,
God.
priorities! Priorities! Oh.
There we go.
They have like
How did that sneak up on
I
him?
know. How did that sneak up on them?
He's a very sneaky guy once you meet him. His dad was the same way.
Let's get your first good look at him. See, at this point, you might as well film it because you're gonna die. So just get that shot.
So how would we get the camera?
He drops it.
Oh, with the hand. I see. Or the head.
It just fell out of his. I think he just fell out of the mouth.
I think he's dead, guys.
Sure, he's fine.
They're gonna pick up the camera, aren't they?
So wait, did the monster just do that and then walk away? Like,
He was hungry. Needed a snack.
He just was mad that he got recorded.
They did. See, now they're recording for him. I told you that was going to happen.
God damn it.
I mean, do you see my frustration, folks? Like, I'm not trying to be an asshole. I know I am being one.
No,
but
it's completely justified, though, because they could have made this movie so much better.
Again, it's just realistically speaking, no one would still have the camera. You just wouldn't have it on you anymore, and that's why.
And no one wants to see all these people running around.
Yeah.
They want to see the monster.
Again, a found footage, I think it has its place. It's not my thing, but I think certain types of movies definitely lend itself to it. Okay.
This would work if it was like a short film, but because it's feature length,
Yeah,
it just
like
doesn't work.
if this
I
was like a
remember
little,
liking this movie so much more.
or if this was like a normal movie and then it's like a bonus feature on like the Blu-ray or with
Yeah.
DVD, they did like a short like 20-minute thing. Like
So in theory, Lily made it out alive, right?
Yeah,
She was on a okay helicopter.
hopefully.
yeah.
Yeah, she would definitely be dead from blood loss.
Or infection too.
Oh yeah, for sure. Nasty
Yeah,
ass
she
rebar.
survived.
Yeah.
I mean, that thing was so close to her heart.
Yeah,
Well, then they would have gotten an artery, I think.
like look at him. Like
The closer
you're
you are
touching
without
her where
hitting
her
it,
hole
the
is.
less damage it does.
I mean, that's usually how it's done,
Not
sweetheart.
that hole.
Oh,
I
you
can
meant
believe
the
your
okay.
science. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sorry.
You're still like, you
Sorry.
know, pierced with something.
See, they said if you can hear the sirens, you're in the zone where you're going to just be exploded.
Yeah, they're gonna just.
I don't think the camera would have survived that either.
It's made from Nokia.
So this has been 24 hours.
Yeah.
No, I don't. And that's my beef. Again, I really would be if they were going to do a follow up to this movie where it's, you know, an actual, like they're going to film it with like camera normal. I would be actually interested because again, it leaves so many unanswered questions, and it does legitimately make me curious about what this thing is, what's going on. So the film did a good job of that. I just again, I think it was. I just think it was a bad idea to take this approach with it. I can see why they might have thought it was a good idea. And again, if you like it, you like it. That's fine. But I don't know. Again, for me, oh, there we go. Kaiju films, I don't know. I want to see what's happening outside, not what's happening under the bridge.
So I'm supposed to believe the camera survived that.
I know.
It's made by Nokia. How's that so hard to believe?
It's kind of haunting, though, that they end it with this. Like, you see them when they're at their happiest, and then you just saw them at their, like, absolute worst. It's like a legit tragedy, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, tragedy. It's cool, yo.
I mean, not that, but yeah. So
It's pretty cool. You're right.
there you go, Cloverfield. Now you can be a director too, kaiju movie.
Let's do it.
But again, if you guys dig the movie, that's fine. It's not a bad movie for all my bitching and moaning. It's just, I don't know. It's not my speed, but if you liked it, more power
I
to
think
you.
the biggest thing is you're supposed to. It's a kaiju movie, so obviously you're suspending disbelief to an extent. But because they're trying to make it found footage, Is
I'll
trying to
say
be more,
that's
like,
what I was
it's
just
like a
thinking is
weird-
like this. You're already doing the unbelievable with the kaiju. Okay, fine, but when my biggest beef with a movie is all the different little details that
Yeah.
are unbelievable instead of the freaking
Yeah.
monster in the movie, I'm sitting there going, "Why are you still recording? Why are you wearing heels? Why are you picking up the camera?
I know.
Why
When
is
the
the
woman's
camera?
arm
How
looked
is this
deformed.
footage even still
Yeah.
here?"
Meanwhile, the
It
giant
was
monster, we're not even
bomb.
questioning it anymore because
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
become, that's become
Yeah,
the most
you care
believable
about
thing
the
in the
monster.
movie.
How is any of this
It kinda
film
is.
even around? It got hit by all the bombs the military had. The monster died, but the film survived.
I mean, we don't even know if the monster died. That's the thing.
Well, someone had to go find it.
I guess, yeah, unless the monster just left. But hey, if they ever do a sequel,
The
hopefully
monster, yeah, it's probably alive.
we'll find out.
I'm pretty sure the monster's still alive
Yeah,
to this day in New York.
Cool beans.
just chilling.
It doesn't leave. It just is like, well, this is my home now.
Yeah, it's
Like a big
That's
dragon
all
just
I
hoarding
wanted
over
was
New
just
York.
my own property, guys.
Manhattan properties, you know, it's expensive.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. But anyway, guys, that's gonna do it for this one. Thanks for listening. We'll catch you the next one. Peace.
bye.
Bye.